Bingo bongo. All right, I see faces. Well, a face. Um, let's see. Picking up,
Atheist.
picking up. Well, your face, but not face.
Ah,
So okay, looks like everyone's
Face.
audio is coming in. All right, welcome back, and welcome back you two, because it's been like a month since you've been here.
Really
it
have.
has been that long. It's been too long.
So,
fault.
yeah, isn't it? How dare you make plans?
Wait.
That's
Um,
Kairos' fault.
it's all.
Never mind.
Keith,
I went.
Keith,
I
Keith.
Keith. I went to the wrong channel. I was like, "We're not live."
you dumb.
You
I
went
did.
to the wrong
Did you go to my
channel.
personal channel?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought that's what you went to mine, but no, you don't follow me. I don't think so.
I thought I did.
On Twitch.
It's a
Yeah.
shame. It's
If
all
I
a
don't,
shame.
Wait,
if I don't, hit me on Discord and I'll follow you.
oh, hold
Just
up.
hit him.
I can
That's it.
check my
Just
following.
hit me.
Just hit him. It's okay. We all
Just
do.
shoot me. You'll be doing me a favor.
Oh my
Anyway,
god! Little doc.
So, let's get you all caught up. So the last time we saw Kairos and Vivian, you had actually just come together from a long night of Kairos studying and Vivian gallivanting amongst the city. When you met up in the home of Lars Flintskin, Vivian had in tow a young red-headed boy
That's
by the
his
name
last
of
name.
Wayland. Flintskin? Yes. Hey, because
Okay.
that's not foreskin, all right?
I had a real hard time getting that piece of food in my mouth just now.
Sure, yeah. Gotta
Fuck, I
really
was
get
so
it down.
distracted. I was distracted. We were talking about Flint skins. Sorry, go
Correct.
on. Redheaded kid whose name I forgot as well.
Wayland. Where you both exchange stories of the previous nights, including Vivian's attempt to get Wayland, who had been ushered into the city unofficially, we'll say, getting him some forged papers to hopefully get him a job here in town until you all decided to skip your jobs at the Hearth and Home. So you decided to try and find alternative employment in the city, seeking out the commander's glory in the lower stratum of the city, that middle district. Upon approaching, you were stopped by two guards manning the front doors, or rather the stairs to the front door, who asked for your papers. Upon providing them, one went to seek out a supervisor, and down comes a pompous man in gleaming black armor, who then ushers you all into the building, shoving you all into an interrogation room and attempting to gas you. At which time you all then promptly fled. And after an extended chase through the city and the streets of Bugan, going from the lower stratum into the Warrens, even going so far as to split up and reconvene at the Rat's Den, only to be chased more. Ultimately, in the pursuit, you're waved into a rather decrepit building amongst the Warrens, not any different than most others, by a cloaked figure, and you're taken into what seems to be a wine cellar. The cloaked figure removes his headgear to reveal a pale-skinned tiefling with white hair and black horns, and introduces himself as Urgel. After a short conversation revealing why you're here in town, you then start hearing the heavy footsteps of automatons roaming the streets directly outside of where you're hidden. After a short while, the footsteps start getting closer and closer, and Vivian falls asleep. Kairos, you feel something come over you as well, but you're able to fight it off. You suspected it was Urgel until he too slumps over onto the floor. Not long after, you start hearing heavy slams on the door as if someone's trying to break through. You pull your compatriots into the corner with a firebolt ready as an automaton kicks in the wooden door and approaches you. So after letting loose with the firebolt, you do singe a good bit of its armor, but ultimately another automaton comes in as well as a knight and ultimately swarms you, knocking you unconscious. Now, you all start to stir. Your skin now feels cold, almost wet from the humid air. And you start to hear the sounds of chains around you and slamming iron gates. And as you open your eyes, the rooms that you're in don't contain any other people. You only see iron bars, a small, rickety cot. Kairos, you can see a barred window that seems to lead outside. It's nighttime. The area is only lit by braziers at various parts along a connected hallway between other iron barred cells. Vivian, as you sit up and look across from your cell, you see Kairos waking. You don't immediately see Wayland. You do see that there is a second iron, essentially an iron wall behind you where you see a door. You all seem to be in prison, and I hope this isn't too loud.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Not too bad. A little loud.
Still a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit better. You can also turn it down individually on the call.
So we're all in our own separate cells, just to confirm?
Yes, you are both in individual cells across from one another. As
All
you look
right.
around, Vivian, again, you see the door behind you. You can hear footsteps of of guards patrolling the hallway in between your cells.
I am going to run up to the bars, grab them, and start yelling for the first person I see to try
Okay.
to draw their attention.
Such
I'm playing the piano.
You are playing the
With
piano.
the same note.
Gino?
It's a little bit loud.
So it caps on the stream, so just turn it down for yourself.
Oh, okay.
There we go. If it's too loud on the stream, folks, just let me know.
Okay.
So as you run up to the bars, Kairos, you see Vivian run up to the wall of the cell across from you, and a guard passing by on his patrol, holding a lantern, turns to you. What do you want?
Where is he? Where have you taken him?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
The boy. The redheaded boy that was with me. Where have you taken him?
As you ask that, a sound hits your ear. It's the sound of soft weeping of a boy in the cell adjacent to Kairos. You can't quite get a good eye line into the cell, but you hear someone kind of softly crying to themselves.
Does the guard react at all to the crying, or?
No, at that point, he ignores you completely and just keeps walking.
Are the
Once
cells? There's walls in the cell, right? It's just the front has the bars. It's not
Yes.
like bars on all four.
No, it's bars
Okay.
in the front. There is a center section of cells, which is what Vivian seems to be in, where there's bars in the front and back.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there are stone walls partitioning each individual cell.
Got it. So we can't
What?
see Wayland. Is my point.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Once the guards are out of sight and I don't hear them anymore, I'm going to try and shout for whoever is crying, which I'm assuming is Wayland.
As you do, you can see just out of the edge of your periphery, not for a lack of actual vision, but just the bars make it difficult to see. In addition to the darkness, you see a pair of tiny hands grab the iron bars in the cell next to Kairos. And you can see just a flash of curly red locks as a young boy calls out, Vivian! Miss Vivian, is that
Wayland?
you?
It's me, Wayland. Are you okay?
I'm killed.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
I don't think so.
Oh, thank goodness. Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here, I promise.
Where is here?
I don't know. We're in some type of jail cell, it appears. Do I see any familiar markings as I'm kind of glancing around as I'm talking to him?
Not really. You just see stone walls and iron bars. The only familiarity is the little glimpse you see of Wayland and Kairos across the way. You can tell that there are other cells in this area, but you can't make out really who's in them.
I'd probably speak up at that point and just say we're probably at the bottom of the keep. But I have 3 questions. Question number 1. How are you handling the whole spellbook needing magic thing? Can I do magic?
You have not had a rest.
But can I do magic? Or is it the whole thing where like, oh, they took away all your shit and like is it more innate in your world is I guess my question more was.
No. So the way wizards work, you have a spellbook which contains all of the spells that you know.
Yeah.
But the ones you have prepared, you don't necessarily need your spellbook to cast.
Oh, I
You
didn't
just
know
need
that.
your spellbook to swap them out.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. Okay, interesting.
So,
Okay,
you
So
know the ones that you have prepared for the day.
got it. So question number 2 was, did we even get a short rest? So that's also a no.
That's a hard
Okay.
no.
That's fair. And then question 3 was, what the hell happened to my notebook? It's fucking missing. You trying to RP me? You trying to RP by taking away my shit? I don't have my notes, Gary. How am I supposed to do this? I need to take my notes. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, a lot of my notes have been disappearing too.
Well, that's weird.
It's okay.
So it's probably a Foundry thing. It's not Gary's fault.
I'm gonna blame
Probably.
Gary anyway.
I see your notes from episode 12, episode 11.
I don't.
Under your journal tab? You don't see that?
I don't see the journal tab, actually. That's probably the problem.
Try and...
We don't need to solve it now. I just...
Yeah.
Well, that's weird. Okay. Now the journal tab on your character sheet, right?
Yeah, no, it's literally not there. Attributes, inventory, spellbook, features, effects, biography. I don't see journal anymore.
Weird. Okay, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, whatever. We don't have to do it now, like I said.
So, yes. Repeat whoever asked a question. An actual question, not a stupid juju question.
And I was also gonna ask, because I'm assuming for like a sorcerer or a warlock, I feel like warlock's more innate, whereas I feel like sorcerer has more of a spell casting focus, right?
I think specifically both of yours are still more innate. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm fine.
You really only need a spellcasting focus for material components.
Okay. And do I have any of my material components on me?
No. Other than your clothes, Your normal backpacks, rucksacks, satchels, gone.
Damn. Fuckers. Let me. I need to double check my spell set to see what needs what. Okay, so I can at least still cast Eldritch Blast. That's good. I can't technically do message. That's terrible.
What material do you need for message?
I don't know. Let me find out. A short piece of copper wire.
Huh.
Apparently. And then mending also needs that, or needs 2 lodestones for that spell. Most of my spells I can't use. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
I do want to try to step back to as far as I can from my cell, and I want to try to cast Eldritch Blast at these guards and see if I can get them to possibly break.
Okay.
I want to get out of
For
here.
funsies, go ahead and roll me the attack.
Hell yeah! Let me open my character sheet.
While she does that, was I ever able to re-summon Ion? Nice.
I can't roll for shit, man.
Nice. That one is what I was hoping for.
Oh no! Oh no!
The chat log is too short, which is why I'm not putting it up on stream right now.
Fuck.
So you fire off an Eldritch Blast. You concentrate what energy you can into the palm of your hands, blast it out. It goes right between the bars. Between the bars of Kairos' cell, flies right over his head and square into the stone wall behind him.
Shit. Sorry, Kairos. I thought it would work, but guess I'm still too shaken up.
I don't think we can brute force our way out of this. We need to come up with a plan. And I think it needs to start with us taking a rest. And just accepting this for a little while.
But if we stay down here, who knows what's going to happen? What if they take him away?
They need an hour.
So after you fire off the Eldritch Blast, you hear a voice from Kairos, your left, Vivian, your right, as you just hear, will you all just quiet down, please?
That fucking guy.
Are you sure?
No. Not at all. Do we recognize this voice?
You see somebody kind of slowly shuffle their way to the front of their cell. Kairos, you can just barely make it out. Vivian, because of where the wall of your cell is, you can't quite see this person. It seems to be a human. Ratty brown hair. Looks like he's been in here for a few days. Looks like he could use a shower. Otherwise, not bad looking. Some decently sharp features. Looks like if he was cleaned up, he could be a smoothish talker. You've never met this person before in your life. And he's just always with the blasting and the yelling, with all these new people that come in here. Just chill out, please. Thank you. Good.
You've been here how long exactly?
He kind of looks up. I don't know, about a week.
Who knows how long they'll keep us down here. We need to get out as soon as possible. We need to meet up with the others. We need to get out of this town.
If you all haven't noticed, he kind of points in the general direction of your window, Kairos. It's nighttime. I'd like to get my beauty rest, thank you. And then he just kind of slinks back into his cell. Kairos is now just obscured by shadow as you hear just the faint kind of creaking of his cot.
I actually am inclined to agree with our new friend, whose name is...
You didn't give it.
What's your name?
No, that I was literally, Kairos was saying it like that.
What's your name?
Ping.
You just hear One word coming from the cell. Caduceus.
Caduceus.
Caduceus, yes.
I know that name from something else. Sorry.
I mean, yes.
Real nice if I could write it down.
Do you know how to spell it?
No,
Get a piece of
Okay.
paper like a normal human being.
I don't know how writing works.
I don't know how to hands.
Let me think here.
Well, if we can get out of here, Caduceus, we'll let you out.
Yeah, just like everyone else. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta sleep.
Well, while he goes back to sleep, I'm gonna start searching my cell. I'm gonna try to push what other like bricks or stone that I can try to see if there's like something loose in the wall.
Okay. So you give me an investigation check. Kairos, what are you doing?
I'm gonna ask Caduceus. Is that his name?
Caduceus.
Caduceus.
I can't
Okay.
roll for shit.
Caduceus, however you want to pronounce it.
Gadouches.
Gadoosh.
Could be Gadouche.
Let's do a little more.
Caduceus. Did I say it right that time?
No,
Yeah, sure.
Fine, whatever.
Caduceus.
Caduceus. Okay.
Caduceus.
Ping
I mean, it's
pong.
spelled Caduceus, but I don't really care. Go for it.
Caduceus. Just one more question. I apologize. How often do the
What?
guards come down here? Sorry, 2 questions. And do they usually have their keys on them?
Down here.
And I'm doing that with message.
You're doing that with message.
Messages with material. I hate to burst your bubble, sorry.
Which, for... Yeah, as a wizard, your spellbook is your spellcasting focus, I think.
Did they
Is
take
it?
all that away?
I would need to check that. Yes, you do not have your spellbook on you.
That's lame. Okay, fine, then I don't do it that way.
Let me double check. Because I'm pretty sure for a wizard, it is your focus.
Unless there's a short piece of copper wire nearby.
Well, just so no.
That's why I was asking about
Boy.
materials, because I was just like,
Oh, I didn't even hear you ask that.
yeah. I was going over my materials and like, yeah, I can't cast anything.
It doesn't matter. I want them to hear. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you can.
It's fine.
So you just ask him?
Yeah. I just asked him like how frequently guards come down, and do they usually like how? I guess I would ask how many. No, I'd ask it the way I asked it. Sorry. I was gonna change.
Yeah,
it, but
you good?
never
You
mind.
sure?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. He says, I think you're a little turned around, friend. You're not down anywhere. You ever seen that big tower in town on the mantle? You're at the top.
Oh, I see. Good to know.
Yeah, so Kairos, if you look out of your window, you actually see the... Let's see where you are. Yeah, you would see essentially just a little bit of the cityscape below.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Laughing
just,
at the music?
no, I'm not laughing at the music. I'm laughing at my plan.
Oh, Jesus. And he says, you know, the guards are still here. As you continue to hear footsteps of guards kind of just patrolling around.
Okay, that's gonna be Plan B now.
Vivian, as you investigate and kind of try to push the bounds of your cell, you don't find anything of note.
Okay. I figured with a 7 or a 6, whatever I rolled.
I suppose we don't have much of a choice. And he starts looking around his cell as well.
How thin are the bars by chance? Is it enough for someone that's really skinny and all bone like me that could
No.
possibly squeeze through? Shit.
No.
I can't dislocate bones on purpose to try to slip out?
Not
Is it
quite
enough for a skinny
enough.
little kid to slip through?
Right, that was my next question.
You don't think a human cranium can fit between the bars.
Fuck.
It's fine. I can get through those bars. I'm not worried about that part.
So, Vivian, as you kind of maybe slump down on your cot, you can see the cell of Kairos across from you. And off to the right of his cell, you see a guard seemingly going through patrol carrying that lantern. And you see him make his way down a set of stairs directly adjacent to Kairos' cell.
As he's walking by, is he close enough to where I can reach out and try to grab something off of his side?
No.
Without him. Damn it.
He's essentially walking along the solid wall of your cell and just passing straight down to the stairs.
Okay.
Here, this will help. Blammo. I said blammo.
Blammo?
Oh, yes. Wayland has a cell in between you and Kairos, by the way.
Okay.
Not directly next to you.
Blammo.
So let's try this. Dark nabbit, Bobby.
Game
Hang on.
paused.
You shut up and talk. Oh, I know why it's this way.
I mean, I can see it.
I know
With
you
the stream.
can.
Yeah, okay.
I know. That's weird. Hang on. I can do's it.
Well, at this time, I'd probably sit down on my cot and just kind of think, I suppose.
Yeah.
Though without looking at anyone, she's going to quickly say something to Kairos.
Mm-hmm.
If anything happens to me while we're down here, promise me that you'll take Waylon and find him a safe place to go to.
He just nods. I'll do my best, but we're all getting out of here.
I hope so, but there's something in the back of my mind that feels like I don't know, I might not.
Gary, are there movies in your world?
No.
Okay.
Why would there be?
Are there plays about prisoners?
Sure, why not? There are
Maybe some
plays, there are
epics?
bardic tales.
Are there any sort of, I don't know, like narrative, what's the word I'm looking for? The thing that happens a lot in dramas. What's the word? Come on. What's the word, guys?
What are you looking for?
When something happens a lot in media.
Tropes.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Ding ding, winner Gary. So would you say in these epics, these tales of prisonership, is there a trope of, say, I don't know, faking illness to attract guard attention? Is that a thing? Is that a common thing in this world? Would people just readily know that?
No.
Okay. That's fine.
You know, that's a good idea. I'm already.
Well, I have one.
You're making quite a few assumptions here, but all right, cool.
I
yeah.
am.
You know what? Go do you. All right.
I have a great idea anyway.
What's your idea?
Well, I don't want to do this now. And he's like looking around to make sure that the guards are not like within earshot. But he says, tomorrow morning, I need to rest. But if in the morning you can, and he kind of like pantomimes? Yeah, pantomimes. Like he like grabs his throat and like his chest and like falls over onto the ground.
I wish to die.
Like if you could attract attention, get them in your cell, I should be able to teleport out and assist you in taking them down. If they have the keys, then we could free the rest and make our escape.
That's
But
what I'm good at, is attracting attention.
Can't do that until the morning.
Are you just whispering this amongst yourselves across the hall?
I mean, kind of.
We're doing it. We're keeping an eye at the same time for guards, like Kairos mentioned. So
Give
that way,
me-
when they're out of earshot.
I didn't
me
say
stealth
I
check.
didn't say to get sick. I pantomimed it.
No, I know. Give me stealth checks.
Fine.
But me too.
Yes. Are you
Yeah.
responding to this?
I was just the only. Oh yeah, technically I did. Hey, 16.
So you two are able to just kind of like, you're going back and forth. You're like looking around because the guards are carrying lanterns in the dark of night. You're able to see when one's coming. So essentially, you're just like, look, tomorrow when the guards come, I'm just going.
I could do one. I could do one better because I would have ritually casted. Wait, what can I? Hang on. Fuck. Nothing. I would have done nothing
Okay.
because it's got material components. Materials.
Yeah, I'll basically tell him to like that's what I'm good at, is attracting attention, getting kicked out of places. It's my specialty.
Well, then let's just try to rest up for the night.
Okay. So you two just kind of tuck away into your cots.
Yeah, I'd call over to Waylon and just, Waylon, how are you holding up?
Yeah. I want to go home.
We're gonna get you home, Waylon. I promise.
Kairos is like, is he on Kairos' side or on Vivian's side?
So he's on Kairos' side. So there's a cell to your right, and then he's on the other side of that cell.
Okay.
So he's like 2 cells down from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that assumes that he has a window as well. So then Kairos would look at Vivian and just say, do you know if there's supposed to be another, like, again, pantomimes at like outside and in the sky and draws a circle. It's supposed to be another moon. Like, should we be worried?
If it just happened, so it probably wouldn't happen for how does the time work in this world?
We'll just say 30 days.
30 days.
Standard month.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot how frequently it happened.
Not for another month. It just happened, so there's.
Well, worst case scenario, we wait a month then.
We just sit here for an entire month.
Just wait a month.
We're not staying here for a month.
No, we won't need to. We'll be out here tomorrow.
Okay. I am going to risk taking a level of exhaustion. I'm staying up to keep an eye on Waylon. I will take a short rest, though.
Okay. That's fine.
Kairos would urge Vivian to sleep.
Nope. Nope. I refuse to take.
You can take shifts if it matters.
No, you get your rest. You need it more than I do. Trust me.
This is true, but
okay. So, Vivian, roll your short rest. Kairos, do not do your long rest yet.
Lame. Can I roll my short rest then?
I mean, I don't need to recover HP. I'm at full HP, so I just.
I wasn't sure if any features or anything recover on a short rest.
Do I get a first level spell slot back technically on a short rest? I don't know how sorcerers work. I should know this.
I know I do.
Magic? No, that's your sorcery points.
Wait, I didn't use that yet. I manually moved that to 0.
Actually don't think you do.
No? Okay.
No.
Darn. That's okay.
You know what, Kairos? Yes, you can get a short rest. Yeah, I knew that's what you were doing. So, amidst the night, you're not sure how deep into the night you all actually are. Vivian, you hear that wooden door on the opposite side of your cell creak open. And you start to hear footsteps. But they don't seem like they're wearing boots.
They're
It
not
almost seems
very
like bare feet on the stone floor.
bare feet.
Like a prisoner, maybe.
Out comes also because you have dark vision. Where are you? Comes a near 8 foot tall lizard man with a red and orange flare going from the front of his forehead down his back, almost as if it was a mane.
Interesting.
That, more or less.
Okay.
And as this lizard person is just kind of skulking about, the guards pay it little mind. As you just hear, he'll actually see you kind of up and looking around in your cell,
Oh,
and he'll
no.
kind of lunge forward and grab the bars of your cell. Fresh meat.
Oh.
You're
And what are you?
Kroger's now.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Humans call me Warden.
Warden. Are you trying to be scary? Cause kind of runs in. I should say, I guess the family business.
Not scared now,
No.
but will be. And he'll let go of your bars and just start. He'll actually move to your right to a different cell out of your view.
To my right, so he's not heading towards Wayland's cell.
No. You do hear him lurch at another cell, and he's close enough. You hear this meat for delivery. And you hear him actually rattling a ring of keys and opening whatever cell he's next to.
Shit.
And you
Oh, it's not
hear
good.
somebody. You hear the sounds of what essentially seem like a struggle before someone is muffled. So you can still hear as the next thing you see is this lizard man with a human on his shoulders, just skulking back past your cell.
Oh my god, they're feeding us.
Where did you get food?
What the fuck?
And so you see that hang on, let's do this. Just that. Okay, don't need that now. He essentially takes this person downstairs. And so you just hear as this person's getting taken away, they're essentially just flailing. You can hear the rattling of their chains, the muffling of whatever they're trying to say underneath whatever gag is across their mouth. And you can just hear.
Ugh. That's not very kosher. That's not good. I am definitely staying up and keeping watch, and I'm prepared to react if he were to go to the main cell.
Okay. The better part of an hour passes.
Okay.
Or your best estimate, an hour. And you hear those same bare footsteps make their way back up the stairs as the lizard man returns with no person in tow.
Shit.
And he'll actually stop. It looks like he was actually heading back towards his room. He'll stop and just
At my
And he'll
cell?
just in your general direction and start turning down the lane in front of both yours and Kairos' cell.
Before you go, we're kind of one and the same, don't you think?
He'll look at you. You'll see that I suppose technically his eyes in the darkness will actually kind of grow wide, still in a slit, and just stare at you and just
Both misjudged creatures. People don't understand us.
misjudged. You seem to misjudge. We are not same.
I mean, clearly you just feasted upon that human. Who's to say I haven't done the same thing? So don't you think maybe we're one and the same, but different tokens of how we take care of our business?
He'll just kind of cackle to himself as he walks. As I smack my microphone, he'll walk past your cell. His tail will actually swing and hit the bars of your cell on his way past.
Okay. I don't react because for me he doesn't terrify me because I'm scary. I understand what it's like to try to put terror into others or make others fear us, I should say.
He will slow down in front of Waylon's cell. Just
I'll watch carefully, but I'm not going to show any reaction in my face.
will essentially use the same tactic of like lunging at the iron bars, but Waylon seems to be sound asleep. And then he'll keep moving. You hear him lunge at one more cell. You hear what seems to be the sound of a young girl, kind of not necessarily cowering, but just jumping in a start.
Like, how young are we talking? Like, possibly does she sound like a kid, or does she sound like a young adult, teenager?
Yeah, like teenager, young adult.
Okay.
As he keeps making his way down, and you hear him say something to, you assume, a guard. Give me a perception check. You aren't exhausted yet, so don't necessarily do it at a disadvantage.
I just can't roll because that's why I was just going to low.
You can't make it out because of the way he speaks. All you hear really is hissing, but you do hear the sound of a wooden door opening, and it's not the door that he came out of, and it closes behind him.
That's suspicious. That is sussy-wussy.
Suspicious.
Alright, well, I'm still going to stay up because now
Nope.
No.
No. I was saying no because the mad jerk to where I was.
No, you can't sleep.
No. You don't sleep anymore. Anyway, yes, continue.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to still stay up because seeing him lunge at Waylon's cell makes me a little bit worried that he might be next. So I'm going to, again, make sure I stay up to make sure that Waylon doesn't take it away.
All right. Let's pop that back there. Let me try this again. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so you try and stay up. So after a little bit of time, you start to hear some odd sounds. Kairos, I assume, are asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless something wakes me up. I've been sleeping this whole time. I don't know that I would have even seen the lizard man.
Yeah, he didn't lunge at your cell, so you're not sure. Vivian, you start to hear the faint sounds of metal creaking, chains rattling, possibly the sounds of a whip and the faint sounds of yelling or screaming.
yelling and screaming? Does it sound like familiar type of screaming, or?
Just sounds like a person. You can't even make out the gender because it seems so muffled and faded.
Can I get a sense of direction of where it's coming from?
It seems to be coming from the general direction that the lizard went. So that wooden door around that same vicinity.
Okay, but not any of our cells.
Correct.
Okay. How many can I give or take, get an idea by, or at least have an idea of how many hours have passed, possibly, since then?
I mean, it's probably been another hour since the lizard last walked past your cell.
Okay. Shit. I'm still going to. Are there any guards nearby?
Oh yeah, you regularly see guards patrol directly around the cells. Based on you watching them, you can tell that your cell block is essentially a circle. You seem to be in one of the middle cells around which all of the guards
Okay.
patrol. But you do regularly see one or two guards head downstairs and another two work their way back up. The only ones you don't ever see leave are two automatons that, if you look behind you, guard the door that the lizard just came out of, and you can barely make out if you move to the opposite end of your cell. You see that there's one guarding another wooden door off to your right.
Okay. Well, when there's not a guard near me, I'm going to play this very carefully. I would like to carefully slink my hand out of my cell and take my long nail and try to pick my lock. Just to see if it's possible. But I'm going to keep an eye, like every time I see like a guard kind of starting to make its way or make their way around, I'm going to slink my hand back in.
Okay. Give me, because it's not thieves' tools, give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Show me potato salad.
Double twos? What? Are my dice jinxed
Not
or
one.
something?
They're not ones.
I just want to know why my dice are rolling so
They
poorly.
just hate you.
They do.
No, so you keep trying. You're not necessarily getting caught, but you maybe spend 20 minutes doing this on and off as guards patrol past. This lock isn't budging.
Darn it. All right, I'll pull my hand back and kind of. I want to inspect the bars just to see, like, is any bit rusted or seem possibly weaker from however long they've been in use.
So you can tell that there's like a dusting of rust, but not enough to really eat away. These are very thick metal bars. Actually very apropos for a city whose main export is iron.
Okay. I'm just double checking my spells real quick. I wish that spell was not material component. Wait, a bit of fleece.
Material components suck, man.
Shit, fleece? Is there any blankets in here that are made of fleece?
Fleece? I doubt it. At most, you're gonna get like a crappy burlap blanket. There aren't any sheep around here.
What is this? The Marriott, the Marionette Inn.
I mean, it's not like you have my blanket. My soft blanket.
Listen, I was just trying to see the cast silent image is all. It's fine.
Juju, this is still my work blanket.
No.
It never leaves my chair.
Is Appa with you?
Appa is with me. Appa's over here in the corner.
All right. Well, I am just going to stand by near my cell and still peer around. I don't want to draw full suspicion, but I want to occasionally like make eye contact with Waylon's cell. That sounds sus.
Suddenly a bison flies next to your cell.
The wall rips open and a bison in anger sitting there going, "Come on, let's get out of here, gang."
If I had
Before
a
we become a
shelf, if I had a
bloodbender.
shelf on my green screen, I'd absolutely do this. This makes him look so tiny.
He does
He's
look
really
tiny.
not that small. He's husky. Anyway. So you keep eye contact with Wayland's cell anyway.
Yeah, you just maintain eye contact for hours on end, making
Mhm.
sure nothing happens to you.
And I mean, honestly, the rest of the night goes by. Eventually, you start to see light creep in from the window of Kairos' cell. And it actually begins to illuminate a lot of the rest of the cell block. And after a little bit of time, essentially the night passes. Kairos, you wake up. You look across. You see Vivian very diligently, kind of sweeping the view in front of both yours and Wayland's cells. She looks exhausted more than normal. Vivian, you see Wayland eventually kind of stir and come up to the front bars of his cell as he looks around for you.
I'm here, Waylon.
I thought this was a bad dream.
I know, sweetheart. Don't worry. We're gonna come up with a plan.
It is.
As you just hear a faint cat in the distance.
Does that count as a noise? Is that what you said?
No, does that count as a long rest?
Yes, you
Okay.
will have gotten your long rest, Kairos.
Is there a way I can mark on here that I have a level of exhaustion or no?
I already did.
Yes. Oh wait, no, it says I'm level 0. Wait, unless I need to refresh.
No, here you go. I got you.
Okay. Or I heard you refresh, but it's fine.
That's fine.
When there's no guards around, I'm gonna look over. I don't want to startle Waylon, but I'm going to look over at Kairos' cell that there's a lizard man. He took one of the people away during the night, and I believe he ate him in another room. So we cannot stay here. We are going to be consumed.
Delicious.
I tried to reason with him, trying to convince him that him and I are similar, if not the same. But
I mean,
he
now we're
didn't
eating
seem
people
to.
too.
Well,
No, he doesn't actually
you know,
say that.
You all are slowly becoming cannibals. Like it doesn't really matter.
I don't see the problem.
I mean, do you?
Yeah,
But, you know.
I would too if I was him. Yeah.
Duh.
But we cannot
Very well.
stay here. I feel like Waylon might be next. And I say that as quietly as possible because I don't want Waylon to overhear us.
So
Perhaps if you can distract him, we can
Oh, I got you.
try to get the jump on him. If you can get your cell open, just try to get them into your cell, and I can attack them from outside of mine, and I can stay inside my cell. Oh, actually, we're not going to say that all out loud. That'd be stupid. I have
no, go ahead.
I have
say
a
it loud. It's
plan.
fine.
I have
It's
a plan.
fine.
Or no, wait. We already talked about the plan. What am I doing?
We already talked about that.
We already came up with that. We don't need to do another stealth roll. Let's just
Yeah, as soon as
if you can execute what we discussed.
And I just give a little bow as I slink back in my cell and just start pretending to choke as I'm grasping.
I gotta pee.
Help! I can't breathe. And I started just like forcibly letting myself fall to the ground.
They're gonna let her die.
So you see a guard kind of like peek in, and you see him actually make his way over to the door that you saw heard the lizard man go into the night prior, and you hear just banging on the door. I dare not do it lest my own animals start going nuts. And you hear that door you hear that door open up, and you again hear those fleshy footsteps, accompanied by two guardsmen flanking your cell.
And just to
As
make it like extra detailed, I will actually take my nails and sink them into my flesh to cause myself to bleed, like trying to grasp for air essentially. So I'm forcing myself damage. So I guess that'd be what, an unarmed attack on myself.
just take a point of damage.
Point of damage.
Kairos, you see these two guards kind of walk around the backside of Vivian's cell, not actually to the doorway. And you see this 8-foot tall lizard man come to join them. He seems to also be bearing the crest of the city, that shield with a hammer emblazoned on it. But it seems to mostly just be like not a pin, but like a badge and a stash almost, not covering much of his scaly flesh. As he just kind of walks up, it just he just starts sniffing at the backside of Vivian's cell.
Can I see him from there?
Yeah, you can see him from where you are.
Okay.
And you hear him. That was saliva.
Don't choke yourself, dude.
Right,
He's pretending to be Vivian now.
Yeah.
I know, right?
gotta really get into it. Gotta get real method.
Oh, yeah.
Vivian, give me a performance check.
Okay.
You're really doing a whole show and song and dance here.
I mean, I
would
caused
like to
myself
add
damage, so
I would like to add that Vivian, if I recall correctly, doesn't have to breathe.
I
Correct.
don't have to breathe.
So advantage? Question mark?
No.
Damn it.
Can I get advantage because I'm causing myself damage, like pretend like I need to grasp for air and causing myself to bleed because I'm like struggling?
Sure.
And did we? I genuinely don't remember because I don't have my fucking notes. Do we have inspiration? I don't think so because it's not marked on my sheet.
I gave you guys inspiration a while ago.
Okay, I must have used it because mine's not toggled. So
20.
So non-natural 20.
Yep, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Out of that.
Okay. So as you're sitting there, just kind of, Koga looks at one of the knights.
She's not to die yet. Open the cell.
As one of the guards makes his way around to the front of your cell, with Koga not far behind. And you do hear a key turn as your cell door opens, as the guard comes in to check on you.
I'm still gonna hold up the axe because I'm waiting for Kairos to do his thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wait. Like I want to see what they do. Well, I want to see what they do first. Like I want to see how close Koga gets.
Koga will get to the corner of her cell and await the knight's or the guard's evaluation.
Okay.
So, Vivian, are you still just like full on thrashing about?
I am.
Okay.
And I'm definitely bleeding from like my neck and chest area at this point as well.
I want to see what they do first. But I am preparing something.
Okay. Also, Vivian, that would have been that performance roll would have been the 15 because you have a level of exhaustion.
Oh, right.
Anyway, still enough. Hasn't really changed anything. The guard gets down, and almost tries to like move your hands out of the way, trying not to touch you too much. It's almost as if he thinks he might get sick from you.
Hmm.
He's just like, just calm down, just stop, just move.
I can't. I need help.
As Koga seems to have his attention trained on Vivian's cell.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use a Tasha's Mind Whip on Koga.
Ooh, shit.
Okay. All right. So
DC 14 int save.
when failed save takes the psychic damage, and it can't take a reaction until the end of its turn. And you get to choose what it does on its next turn. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So as part of this, we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I do need to step away for a second, but I will definitely roll for initiative when it pops
Yeah,
up.
I have to pee too.
Okay, fine.
Big time.
Roll initiative, and we'll be right back.
How do I roll initiative?
You should have gotten a
Oh,
prompt.
that's the button.
That's how you do it.
We'll
Darn,
be
first.
back. Hop back in. And we're back. All right. Except, hang on. There we go. There we go.
Ignore that.
So, all right.
Oh.
So let's get started. So Kairos, you actually rolled first in initiative. So you let loose this whip of psychic energy and smack Koga. Actually, we'll say it entangles Koga right around the neck. And he needs to make a intelligence saving throw, right?
Yep. DC 14.
All right. Okay. So Kairos, this whip of energy wraps around Koga's neck, and you see him just kind of start to thrash wildly as he just kind of tries to grip at this energy until you feel your connection with this lizard man. There's resistance as he looks back at you.
Meat.
But did he fit?
He surprisingly didn't.
Mother. What?
He did not.
Unfortunate.
Which for you, does he still take half damage on a save?
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
Okay. So he takes like 4 damage of psychic. Okay.
If, let's say, I know you can't cast more than one spell on a turn, but how does reactions come into play there?
So
If the reaction were a spell slot, I feel like I can't do that.
I think you actually can. I can never remember because people use shield all the time.
Yeah, that's
As a
true.
I was about to
reaction.
say the same thing.
I'm gonna
shield.
say it's fine.
That's a good point. The question is, do I want to waste it?
I don't know. Do you want to waste it, Kairos?
Don't.
Do it. Waste your resources. Exhaust yourself.
I'm going to use silvery barbs and have him re-roll that saving throw.
Oh.
Do it.
Okay.
Roll. Fail. Fail. Please.
So, what does your silvery barbs look like? Because it's just a verbal component. So, like,
yeah. I mean, it's a good question. I never really thought about that until now. I mean, I guess in like, I really want to just tie it into the whole time thing and just kind of be another like rewind, like just like, you know, that's his whole shtick. So it's not like that exciting, but I feel like it's just like a mini like 2-second rewind.
Okay.
Or something.
So you,
It's not really consistent with the spell's description, but.
Yeah. So you utter some magical incantation, and unlike your normal chronal shift that almost kind of glitches things backwards, you and Vivian both see Koga kind of hissing at Kairos, and then all of a sudden stop and reverse back into place, and start to struggle again against this mind whip. ultimately, his reaction is different. He starts to then thrash in pain, and you can feel your connection much more solid this time.
Excellent. Then I would like one to give Vivian advantage on her next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw that she makes within the next 1 minute
Okay.
as a
you.
result of that spell succeeding. And I would like for Lizard Face McGee to only be able to use a bonus action on his next turn.
Okay.
And he takes the 9 Diablage.
9 damage. All right. Cool.
And that was my surprise attack, right? Does that count as my regular turn?
No, we're doing it. That's the first round.
Oh, I thought because I started, I'd get it for free. Okay.
All right. So, as Koga's thrashing about, a guard further down the hallway starts to make his way downtown, walking fast. Aces past him homebound. And he'll actually walk up to your cell and try and essentially grab you through the bars.
Well, I would have moved back before the end of my turn. Well, is that all right? Fine.
But you didn't, though.
No.
So give me an athletics or acrobatics, however you want to contest this.
I mean, okay.
Okay.
I am nimble.
For the purposes of this, I'll go ahead and show. He reaches through the bars, grabs you by your robes, and essentially pulls you in so that you're just face smushed up against the bars.
Oh,
fine.
fuck.
That's fine.
And you are now grappled.
Totally fine.
This guard that's examining you, Vivian, continues to do so because you haven't made an alternate move. He does his attention does get drawn back towards Kairos because of his attack on Koga.
So his back is to me.
It's more like he's like looking over his shoulder at Kairos' side.
Okay. I'm gonna still pretend I'm choking in a way, but I'm like I told you, lizard man. One and the same, and I'm going to crawl my way up by using my spider climb on the side of the wall, and then lunge on top of the guard and sink my teeth into him.
Okay.
And I was at advantage, or because of the whole.
Yes, because you don't have disadvantage on attacks. It's only ability checks. So
okay,
that
then okay, yeah. Since I have Kairos' thing, so we'll roll it again.
But you need that advantage.
Wow. I fucking hate it here.
So we'll say that you still take the guard by surprise, and you don't necessarily pin him down prone, but you do manage to essentially drape yourself on top. But when you go to bite, you essentially only catch like plate.
Ow, that hurts.
Ow.
Ow.
I gotta go see my dentist. Is that it for you, Vivian?
Let's see. I do anything with a bonus action. You know, just to get some extra weight while I'm on top of him, I'm gonna also. What do you mean run out of my Disney? Did I already use my form of dread? I guess I. Wait, when do I get form of dread back?
I think that's a long rest.
Is it a long rest? Per long rest. Shit, never mind. I can't do that. That's unfortunate. From these spells. No, I don't. Let's wait. What's this one? Nope, that's material. That's unfortunate. Nope, that's all I can do.
Okay. Okay. So as you do that, almost taking a cue, Kairos, you hear from Caduceus cell. He's like, guards, I'm injured too. Can you please come help me, please? Yeah, maybe. Um, but otherwise he doesn't get much attention.
Ooh, he's trying.
Ooh, he's trying. But Vivian and Kairos, you do start to hear heavy footsteps coming from around the corner as one of the automatons comes stomping down the lane headed towards you. And stops at the
Ugh.
back of Vivian's cell.
Fuck.
Meanwhile, the other one that was guarding Koga's door starts to make its way around the front. 6. And goes to the entrance to Kairos' cell. This guard remains where he is, watching at the back of Vivian's cell. And Koga, only being able to do a bonus action, simply, oh, he can't move. Simply looks around and says,
Contain them.
Kairos, it's your turn again.
Okay. I am going to Misty Step into our newfound friend's cell.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the cell with him.
All
Because
right.
I can see
so
that,
hang on.
right?
You can. So you can see the spot right beside him.
Yeah.
Is that where you want to go?
Yeah. And I'll just turn and just say, hello.
Well, hello there. He'll look at you like, Jesus Christ, how'd you...
They're probably coming in here next, so you might want to grab something to fight them with. Sorry to bring you into this.
What? You want me to grab a bed leg?
Doesn't matter. As he holds his hand out
Something.
and goes for a Toll the Dead with his action on Koga.
Okay. So that is a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah, DC 14.
And actually, let me see.
Oh,
if
that
I
was
did
a
this for
1d8.
you.
I should roll. That's a one.
I think if you hold Alt while you roll it, it'll roll the 1d12.
Okay.
If I set it up correctly. I did set it up correctly.
Great.
You can keep the 6.
Yay.
so
Assuming he fails.
Wisdom save. He just barely fails it.
Excellent.
As you see from some of his scales, maybe even where the mind whip was wrapped around his neck, starts to slowly turn a small pitch of black as he just keeps hissing in your general direction.
And then this time I'm going to move back from
You
the
just
thing.
you start laying on his cot.
Is there room, realistically, is there room for me to get under it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
go under it.
There's nowhere to go past that, but yes, you can get under the cot.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Okay.
That's it for moi.
All right. The guard is going to look kind of flabbergasted and be like, ugh, one of them spell types. And then he's actually going to kind of like pat the automaton that just walked up and say, "Oi, get him!" As he will actually make his way 5, 10, 15, 20, and start heading down the stairs. Clicky, clacky, clicky, clacky.
Oh, yes.
This one, after you just tried to bite him,
Surprise.
is going to grapple you. So give me an athletics or an acrobatics.
What's better? Definitely acrobatics. 13.
So he goes to grab you, still kind of just disoriented by what's happened here, you faking, him just disappearing. And he goes to grab you. You're able to duck right under him as he kind of trips past you into
Oh,
your cell.
okay. That's a good
Yeah.
thing.
At this point, Caduceus is like, I don't, what, how, yeah, what, why are you under my bed?
Shh.
Well, he then, he then goes, he backs up onto the top of his bed while you're hiding under it
Strategically.
and waits. Vivian, you're up.
Shit. Well, if that's the case, am I still technically on top of him as he kind of fumbled into my cell?
No, he kind of fumbled past you, so you're actually behind. He's actually behind you, and now you have an open cell door in front of you.
Okay. Can I see keys on his side?
No,
Shit. Do I see
you have
keys on
only heard.
Koga?
You do see keys on Koga.
I would like to cast Mind Sliver on Koga, and then I would like to take his keys as I send all this psychic energy into his mind.
Okay. So the way that's going to work is if, regardless of if Mind Sliver works, it's going to be a. You're going to do a dexterity check against his, I guess, perception to see if you take his keys.
Would it be a sleight of hand technically, or
Technically, yeah.
okay?
Because
Can
right
you
now
do that
he's
as a bonus action?
So he needs to make me
I'm
an intelligence saving throw,
because I'm sure this will go well.
and then I will go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, he fails that.
Fucking hell!
6.
I will give you the power to do it again.
Yay!
Chrono shift.
Yep.
Oh, that's better. 17. But the question: did he pass the saving throw? First of all,
He failed. So that's
Okay.
a minus a D4, right? Or is that
minus
save?
D.
Is that only saving throws or ability checks too?
Chrono shift?
From this next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
So this is actually just a ability check, not a saving throw. But Kairos, you already used your reaction to do one chrono shift.
Yeah, no, it works for an ability check.
No, I know. So you did help Vivian. But Vivian, as you grab his keys, you do wrest the keys away from him, but you see his head turn towards you.
Listen, we're one and the same, right? As I bear my thing, and I go ahead and dash to my left to get to Waylon's cell.
Okay, you are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Yep, that's fine.
All right.
10,
As he
15,
goes
20,
to,
25, 30.
he swings a set of his claws at you.
Okay. So I need to check my spells just to make sure if I
Do
was
you
able to
have
cast
all
them.
of your hit points?
I have -1 hit point right now.
That's unfortunate for you.
Wait, really?
I will show you why shortly. What's your AC?
13, because I can't cast mage armor because I don't have material components.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't make it out.
Well, no, you do. He hits you with a 15 and you take 6 points of damage. because apparently certain lizard folk have an ability called Blood Frenzy, which gives them advantage on attacks against any creature that doesn't have all of its hit points.
Gotcha.
So that 1 hit point. But he does essentially swipe, graze your side as you're dashing past him with the keys. You won't be able to unlock the cell until your next turn, though.
That's fine. I am standing here and trying to protect Wayland.
Okay. So automaton A. Seeing you get out of there, this one is actually going to pursue Kairos. 5, 10, 15. But it is going to stand at the doorway because it itself does not have keys. But you see it bearing this large tower shield. It doesn't seem to have any other weapons on it other than that shield. Automaton B will make his way towards you.
Shit.
And it will attempt to bash you with its shield. You said your AC is 13?
Yep.
Okay. So it does hit you. Give me a
Okay.
strength saving throw.
I'm not good at strength. 6.
Okay. So here you go. So it hits you,
Jeez.
clocks you for 10 points of damage, and knocks you prone as it just charges towards you with this tower shield and just boom,
Jeez.
knocks you square on your ass.
Fuck. Okay.
This is actually the first time that you've seen one of these automatons functioning in battle.
It has been actually. Yeah, you're right.
other than Kairos getting swarmed by them.
Yep.
But as you get knocked down, we'll do that. You can see as you kind of
You
like
get up
look up
again.
above you, they ain't never gonna keep you down. You do see a teenage girl in the cell back in the corner. Looks rather unkempt. Looks like she would fit right in the Warrens. Long brown hair, dirtied up, torn clothes. As she's just kind of like cowering on her cot, just watching this all happen.
Oh my god.
This guard is going to start moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then Koga, since he doesn't have his keys anymore, he's going to turn towards you, Vivian.
Of course.
And he's going to look at you and say,
We are same, yes?
and he'll actually get down on all fours with these claws digging into the stone and just start creeping towards you in a predatory fashion.
Okay. Challenge on.
25 and 30 puts him right in front of you.
Before he does anything, and say, if we're one and the same, why don't we team up, get out of here ourselves? Plenty of fresh blood outside there on the streets, isn't there?
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
You got it.
You're trying. I appreciate
trying.
you trying. Ooh, you trying.
12.
That is not my place here.
Then what is your place? Oh, or could I get that out in time?
No.
No? Okay.
As he goes for a claw and a bite attack.
Which it automatically hits because I'm prone, right?
No, it just has advantage, but he already had advantage on you, so. Claws first.
Hey, what's
I'm
more
just-
traumatizing than losing a parent? Watching it happen 2 feet in front of you.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You take 11 points of damage from the claw,
I'm still up.
and then you see him. His jaw just starts to open, and this is a big dude, so this jaw looks like it could like take your entire head. Full on crocodile jaw. And how much HP do you have left?
1.
Ooh. Okay. So Koga will actually encompass your skull in his jaw and just slowly start biting down.
What
the
the fuck?
And the last thing you see before you last thing you hear before you black out is a crunch as a fracture in your skull happens, and then you just pass out.
Jesus. How much damage did I take?
15 from a nat 20.
Oh my god.
And I just realized I did that without the advantage. So Wayland is losing it. He's like, oh my God. Oh no. Oh God. As he just heard just the crunch of your skull, and you are just now not moving.
Yep. Sounds about right. I knew this was gonna happen. It's fine. Told you.
Kairos, you're now under Caduceus's bed as you stare at this automaton standing in front of the door.
Can I chronal shift that last attack?
Do you see Koga from where you are if you click your token?
Oh, no, I don't.
And no.
I see this automaton and then the outline. I think that's Vivian. I see the outline of
Yeah.
that. I don't actually know where he is though.
No, you can't.
Nikes. Okay.
That's why I put vision on these maps.
Okay. I crawl out from the cot that way in that directional method. Is that Koga right there? I see a token there.
That's Koga.
Okay, I see the edge of his token there.
So what you would see is you wouldn't see the specifics, but you do see Koga crouched down over a body dressed like Vivian.
Excellent.
You
This is
also do
going
see, I
real
think, a guard heading down the stairs.
Of course. There's a window in this cell, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. She's coming up with plan C here.
It's an option, I guess. But 30 feet ain't going to get you to the ground. I can tell you that much.
I just need to get out the window.
You do you.
That's why I was laughing like 10 minutes or 20 minutes ago.
Wait, are you just gonna leave Wayland there?
Look,
Well, Wayland and you.
I'm not
apparently.
doing that yet. I'm just planning. He's got to have an
Fuck it
ace.
there.
You always got to have an ace up your sleeve.
I swear to God, leave this fucking child behind that I entrusted to you if something were to happen to me.
Oh, I didn't expect
I'm
this to
not
pop off
leaving
this
yet.
quickly.
I am
I'm
going
gonna go make a new character right now.
to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Kairos casts Hyper Beam.
It's super effective.
No. Okay, listen. I know I said I wanted to cast Chronal Shift.
Mhm.
But I'm just going to do Silvery Barbs again on that attack. It's the same concept, just a different spell. Can I retcon it?
To see?
Nope. 60 feet within range.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Timing, man. It's all
Well,
about timing.
but I said I was going to do the other thing, though. Fine.
You know what?
Fine.
I'll give you a chance. All right. Roll me a flat d20. I am
Okay.
also going to roll a flat d20.
Okay.
If you roll higher than me,
I mean, you're gonna just see the hate again anyway. It doesn't matter.
You can
Okay.
silvery barbs it.
I'm gonna try silvery barbs it. So, just I want to convince or not convince. I want to make sure. So the trigger is. Where is it? Come here. One reaction which you take when a creature. Oh, I lied to you. It is what you can see. I have to take that back. I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
Ba, ba, ba.
Never mind. I'm sorry for the false hope. Okay, forget it. I didn't do that. Never mind. I read it and I passed over that. Okay, I'm just gonna hold the dead, the stupid fucking lizard bitch again.
So give yourself the spell slap back. That's
I
fine.
did. Stupid lizard. Take 2 necrotic damage.
Well, hold Alt when you do it.
Oh, right.
Because you still rolled a D8.
That's true. Okay, it's not gonna matter anyway. Okay, I'll take the 2. I'll take the 2. Take the 2, Bob.
Wisdom save.
Oh, this is going so great.
Surprisingly, he takes the 2 damage.
Yay!
Hey.
So
Is it
again,
enough?
he starts to feel some of that necrotic energy spread from around his neck, and all you see the red flare that goes up over his head and down his back. The point of it starts to turn in your general direction.
Great. I crawl back under the cot. I don't know if that would take a provoke because there's a wall between us.
No, he wouldn't be able to hit you.
Okay. Yeah,
all he has is a shield.
That's all I can do right now.
So now you're trapped in somebody else's cell with an automaton in front and a lizard man looking in your direction.
This time I'm on top of the bed, though.
Oh, so now you're just both just like
Yeah,
huddled
I'm
up,
just
knees to
basically.
chest.
Oh, we fucked up.
So the guards start to close in. You can hear the footsteps of the one that went downstairs start to go out of your range of hearing.
Mm-hmm.
The one that was in the cell with Vivian runs out, looks around for her. You see him look for an extended period to the left and then turn to the right and come around the corner. Caduceus is sitting there looking at the automaton like, he did it.
Motherfucker.
He did it.
Fucking snitch.
Vivian, go ahead and give me a death save.
I got you. Don't worry. It's gonna be fun.
Okay. That's a success.
Okay.
Good start.
You're not
Good
dead
start.
yet.
Good start. Let's go. The best roll of the night, honestly, I think, for me.
Probably was.
This automaton stays stationed exactly where he is. This one picks up Vivian's body, much to the chagrin of Wayland, who's just watching your limp carcass just get thrown over the shoulder of this automaton.
Poor boy.
As Koga just looks up at him.
Take her to the chamber.
And it actually
That sounds
grabs
nice.
you and takes you. Yeah, come here. All right, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. It gets to about there. This guard was rounding the corner to try and come and get you, but now sees you just slumped over on the shoulder of an automaton, so he just kind of stays where he's at.
Yep.
The warden picks up the keys off of your body.
Damn it.
And stands up and makes his way over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Around the corner, 30. And he'll actually look at you, Kairos, through the cell gate.
Is this game done?
How hurt does he look?
He looks like he's taken some damage. Not enough to really cripple him, though.
Fuck. Yeah, he doesn't respond. He's still just like looking at his surroundings, trying to gauge. Is he walking towards his direction, or is he walking like somewhere else?
No, he seems to be walking in your direction.
That's what I thought, but when he positioned up that way, I thought maybe he
Yeah.
was like going north. I don't
We'll
know, just
say
for some
we'll say
reason.
he dashes and comes down to you.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
and he looks at you and says,
Remember well the face of your warden. You'll see me often.
Is that his turn?
he actually says,
Enjoy your new cellmate. Meet.
and he'll actually stop pursuing you where you're at. You hear the sound of a wooden door on the far side of the cell block open and close, with the heavy steps of an automaton passing through them. And we're going to actually end your combat right there.
What?
Unless you really want to try something else.
Well, I mean,
What else is there to do?
my emergency escape.
I mean, you
You're
have the
gonna
opportunity.
leave the boys.
I'm gonna die
have not-
anyway.
He simply looks like he's going to leave you in that cell with Caduceus with one bed and no place else to sleep. That's your punishment for right now.
Well, I guess if that's the case, then there's no actual reason to leave yet.
He starts to actually step away, turns to the automaton and says,
This is your new station now.
as it steps to the side of the door. As he
all
seems
right.
to actually walk in the direction of the door that Vivian was taken through.
Yeah, Kairos like stands up and goes and like turns to do something, but then thinks better of it and waits and stays.
Yeah.
And we're
We'll
gonna
put
do gonna do a Mission Impossible there,
Dun, 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 dun,
but
dun.
I can do that later if I need to.
Do you want me to roll another saving throw or
No,
no? Okay.
no. I'll explain why in a little bit.
Okay.
So,
Because
Kairos,
you're
what do you
already
do?
dead.
You're now here, just stuck in a cell with some other dude who essentially just tried to rat you out anyway. And he
Can't
just
blame
looks
him.
at you and says, well, this is swell. Now I don't get any room.
Yeah, he just looks at him like, I thought you could do something.
With what?
I don't
I
know.
have nothing. You look at him. He looks like he's wearing common-ish clothes. No weapons, no nothing.
Well, he gesticulates at himself like, I don't look any better, and you saw me do that, so I thought maybe.
No.
Well,
No.
he looks over at Waylon. How's he doing over there? That kiddo. Because now I can
He
at least
is-
see him.
He is sobbing at
You-
the bars of his cell.
Yeah. He shouts over to him like, it's okay, Waylon. We're going to figure this out.
He,
She'll
if
be
he heard
okay.
you, he didn't acknowledge.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say.
Yeah. So we'll say you sit there and contemplate for a little while.
Yes.
Vivian,
Yeah.
after a while, you awake in another room that's not your cell. Your hands are shackled behind you as you're sitting on a floor. It looks like you've received a minor amount of medical treatment as your head has been loosely wrapped, no longer bleeding. And you see Koga in this room moving between several different areas. Actually, you find yourself in an iron cage in this room. You can see on the opposite end seems to be a metal structure in the form of a rather plump woman. Looks to be an Iron Maiden. You see a large barrel atop an area that looks like it could house a fire. You see a couple of different basins and tools lining the walls, and you can see that there is what seems to be a rack on the far side of the room with a half elf strapped to it. Looks like his clothes have been torn in various places. His black hair white in streaks. Wearing a pair of broken glasses, he seems to be unconscious at the moment. Koga seems to be moving about the room, checking his various instruments. Do you do anything?
I just carefully watch him. I don't say anything. Because I have a feeling that it's going to be the end. So she just kind of just sits there waiting to see what his next move is going to be.
Is she restrained?
I
Yes.
have chains. I'm shackled.
I
yeah.
missed that. Okay, I totally missed
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you're in a cage and you're shackled. After a while, he walks over to the rack where this half elf is, just starts kind of sniffing about the body. Says,
Not dead yet. Maybe soon. Good.
Can I tell if the man is conscious at all, or is he unconscious? Oh, that's on the table.
He seems to be unconscious, but he's breathing at least. You can see the rise and fall of his chest.
Okay. I'll look over at the lizard man and be like, if you want, I know I'm gonna die regardless. If you want him gone quicker, I can do the job for you. All it takes is one simple bite.
He looks at you. He approaches the cage. And almost presents a weirdly toothy grin and says,
Not time to die yet.
Why isn't it my time to die? At least answer me that.
Not my job.
Fair enough.
My job. Get information. Soon you'll see me again.
as he turns to walk out of the room.
All right, I don't say anything further.
Come here. All right. So, he leaves the room,
Okay.
and you hear his footsteps echo down the hallway. And you hear the faint sound of another wooden door close.
I just let out a heavy sigh and just try to glance around the room to at least get a bearing of what this room looks like.
In addition to what I described before, it essentially looks like a torture chamber lit
Okay.
by hanging braziers.
Okay.
It's bog standard. Looks to be well used.
Well used. Okay. And there's only one door, the one that he came into, and there's no other entrances or exits.
Correct.
Okay.
There actually doesn't even seem to be a window in this room.
Shit. Okay. Is there any blood coming from the man on the table? Because I know you said his clothes appeared tattered.
You can see spots of dried blood, but you can't quite see where they might have come from or really how much.
Okay. So it's a thing that's like actively bleeding at the moment.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Just thought I would check just in case. But I will continue to sit and wait patiently because I have no other choice to see when he comes back.
Okay. Let's do that. Does that help? Dumb music. He does not come back for quite a while. Eventually, the man on the table, his eyes kind of flicker open, and he looks around, almost in a erratic fashion, almost as if somebody was like shaken awake.
Oh, it's
Looks
snap.
around, and just like, I'm still here. Oh God. Okay. And he's just kind of looking around, trying to examine his shackles, but he is like kept still.
Is he like laying flat on a table or is he up on a wall?
No, he's laying flat.
Okay, he's laying flat. Okay, so I just want to double check to make sure.
Yeah.
Seems like they got you too, huh?
Who's there? Eventually, his eyes kind of roll over. There seems to be a barrel in between the two of you, but he's like desperately trying to like lean up and look around, and he does catch a momentary glimpse of you, and you can see like very light brown eyes, almost golden, for the second that he like does a full-on crunch and then flops back down. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen someone else in this room. Oh, did they get you too?
Try to escape. Just trying to get my boy out. Didn't really go to plan. And she kind of like gently shakes her head to showcase a bandage on her head, but she'll just kind of let out another sigh. I don't know what the plan is now. I don't think I'm getting out of here anytime soon, if at all. That man mentioned he was going to get information. I don't know what he seeks out of me, but it's not like I have anything to give him.
Oh, if they brought you here, they have some reason. That lizard folk is the warden, the judge, the jury, the executioner within these walls. Only answers to the sovereign and his advisor. But what they could possibly want from you, I have no idea.
Well, who knows how much time we have left, but name's Vivian.
I'm Hafiz. Nice to meet you.
Wait. I'm sorry, Hafiz?
Yes.
Out of all fucking places. Out of all fucking places.
Where we're done.
No!
Why do we know that name?
I don't know, Julian. Why do you know that name?
I can't remember because I don't have my book.
I will fix your journal for next time. But yes.
He's the person we were trying to look for.
That's what I thought.
The magic
He's the guy
stuff.
who was abducted from Uhuru.
Yeah.
He was the researcher that was abducted.
Yeah.
And you found him.
That's right. That will, I like my memory of that is hazy in the first place because I was out that episode when we first learned that.
Yeah, you were.
But I remembered the name from everyone talking about it.
So yes, you found Hafiz. Not in the best conditions, but you found him.
No, definitely not the best conditions.
Mission complete, 3 level plus.
No.
Damn
it.
it.
You do get a little bit of fanfare. Da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-ba-da.
It did. Is that a victory? Is it
It's
victory
really
fanfare?
not.
Guy?
I got
No.
Doesn't really feel like a victory fanfare.
I'm ready to
I
make
mean,
another character though.
that's-
I don't think I'm getting out of this.
That's what happens when you try to upstage somebody at the top of the jail and you try and just say, F you, warden, I'm out.
I mean, it was worth
I'm
a
on
shot.
parole.
It made for good drama.
I'm on parole.
We almost got away with it too,
If it weren't for that lizard bite.
right?
Yeah, that crunch of the skull. I was like, oh, that really
Yeah.
shook my core.
So we'll find out what happened, what happens to you guys next week.
I mean, I'm only worried for everybody else's safety.
I'm sure, because you're just ready to jump ship.
I really want to do it just
Maybe-
for the thematics.
Maybe you'll find out a little bit about your roommate.
Maybe I will.
Also, the question is, what happened to the other guy?
What other guy? Oh yeah, well that's who I thought that person was.
Who? The one who's in the room
Hothus.
with you?
I thought Hothus was the other guy.
No.
That's what I was trying. I was trying to remember his name, the one that took us in.
Ergo.
Urgel.
Ergel?
I wrote it down.
So, all right. So we'll see what happens next time.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for watching, and see you next week. Bye-bye now.